Hello and welcome to Inconsolable Gamers. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Luke.
And it is the final world of Kirby's Adventure. Luke, how are you feeling?
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the end of a little adventure.
It is.
We can do the sequel.
Well, there are many sequels. We can get into that maybe, but right now let's get started on this, and then we can talk about what how we feel about our journey. Are you ready? Would you say?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do a bit of a countdown then. Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. That's the wrong button again. Okay.
We are not restarting again.
No, it's my bad. So here we are. This is the final world of Kirby's Adventure, and as you say, it's been a journey. This is quite a fun, quite a long game. And I think it was quite advanced for its time. What do you reckon?
You see, I never really have played. I never owned an NES growing up because, let's say Adrian is the oldest man in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
But no, so I never really played this. But for the time compared to some other games on consoles I have owned, it is very. It's more advanced than most, I would say.
Yeah. There's basically two things that I think really set this apart. The first is just the amount of content. The fact that you've got so many different forms, and you've got the map, the sort of the unlockable levels, secret levels you can unlock, and all the mini games. There's just so much in there.
Compare it to Castle Panic, which was actually our first ever attempt at a video.
What game's that? Sorry.
Castle Panic? Not Castle Panic. No, Castle Panic's the board game. Castlevania.
Castlevania, yes. There we go.
Shall we ever reveal what the conversation about piss was? Or shall we just?
No. We should save that. We could keep that in our pocket. But also, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But
I can remember pretty much perfectly. We were playing Castlevania, and we'd gotten to a bit. I think it was just before the Frankenstein monster, and I said I'm having a drink because I'd brewed a nice big batch of tea to drink throughout the whole.
So I keep going. I just did some
game,
bad.
And I'm getting attacked by tiny robot people.
Indeed.
Yeah, but so Adrian said to me, I said, your lifespan's about 3 days, and every time you drink water, you reset it.
Yes, that is true.
And then out of nowhere, you just heard me go, so can drinking piss save your life?
Which, technically... Oh, my controller messed up there.
Mine's... No, Kirby, stop doing things. A minute. He's just randomly inflating.
Huh. Yeah, I knew I was going to die there. That's fine.
Worry about... I've beaten level 1. I've not died this one.
Well done. Keep
First
it up.
level, not death.
Okay, well I'm currently fighting. I believe you think it's a bear with a hammer, if I remember correctly, or a lion. You think it's a lion, right?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, I've killed it.
I'm fighting a jumping jack dude.
A jumping jack? Is that the one that fires bombs?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, this tower that we're in, it's a boss rush mode. We're fighting all the mini bosses, one by one.
I'm dead.
Oop.
That lasted long. No, but yeah, the tower. I only had 1 health though, so there wasn't. 1 hit would have instantly killed me.
Yeah.
But last time we started talking about Sonic games, because I think I mentioned Sonic 06. When I was growing up, you were on about the Sonic series where, not the one with Sonic Says where it was ridiculous, the one where it took a dark turn.
Yeah.
And I was on about Sonic X, and basically Sonic X involved Sonic and his friends ending up in the human world.
Yeah.
And teaming up with basically a kid and his grandfather who was a scientist, and them trying to prove that they're not evil. And so it was them trying to prove they weren't evil. There was also Eggman trying to get the Chaos Emeralds and take over the world. And it followed along the story of people were trying to basically capture Sonic for their own evil, villainous things. And so what I'm trying to think what happened from that point onwards with it. But there was and the first series ended with them getting the Chaos Emerald, and then yes, it's Hammer Monkey. That's the one.
It finished with them getting the Chaos Emeralds and then Hammer Monkey.
Sorry, completely irrelevant, but I know the boss you're on about now.
Yeah.
No, so it followed them getting the Chaos Emeralds and then Sonic fighting this mech that Eggman designed, using all of them, which basically he's almost killing Sonic and he's almost afraid to see him die. Then Eggman's machine gets blown up by the child I was on about. And then it goes, they have to find the Chaos Emeralds again. This time, though, it turns out Eggman has unearthed Chaos.
Okay.
Basically, like the embodiment of what's inside the Master Emerald.
Is this the kind of watery kind of thing from Sonic Adventure?
No, because it was actually quite good, because it followed basically Eggman feeding it the Chaos Emeralds and it increasing in power, and then eventually it drained them. And then I died on the Beetle boss, but I'm trying to think how it goes from there. But it followed on the sort of logic of Sonic had to go Super Sonic again to beat him, but because there was no Chaos power, they recharged it with the power of friendship.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But there was a reason. No, there was a reasoning behind it. But pretty much, I'm just going to say friendship because I can't remember.
Okay, that's fine.
Then it went to Shadow and Maria.
Yes.
It then went on to talking about them and how Shadow was the ultimate life form and that, and Shadow basically. Robotnik was Eggman's grandfather. I don't know if this is main Sonic sort of thing. But he basically somehow visited that world and created all this stuff and created the ultimate life form. Shadow was then used to be a sort of the ultimate life form and was to protect Maria. When the soldiers came in, I think they killed Maria. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
But it involved more or less along that sort of logic, and then they turned Shadow good eventually by telling him, is this what Maria would actually want? He then becomes good and fun things happen.
Okay.
And they basically, the other creature that was inside this tower, that was inside this space station, that was a prototype for Shadow, even though it was like a giant lizard thing, was dragging a satellite to Earth.
Yeah.
That had been charged with the Chaos Emeralds and had basically become a super weapon.
This does sound almost exactly like the plot of Sonic Adventure 2.
But it was actually, when you were watching it, it was pretty good. At the end of it, it then involved them getting the Chaos Emeralds and going home. Which was what they were trying to do, and this Chris do not wanting Sonic to go.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. So Sonic is not from that world?
No, he's from a different dimension.
But Shadow is from that world because he was made to be the ultimate life form in that world.
Yes.
So it's just a huge coincidence that Shadow looks and acts a lot like an alternate version of
because
Sonic.
his grandfather had been to that universe and used his DNA, I think it said.
Okay.
I'm giving a very poor explanation.
No. I think you're giving me a very good explanation. I just suspect that what happened was kind of a bit, yeah.
Then the sort of last series was a bit weirder. There was basically, they got on back home and there was these plant things called the Metarex.
Okay.
That were basically stealing what was called a planet egg. And it's the thing that gives life to a planet. Well, obviously a planet.
Yeah.
And they were stealing them along with trying to get the 7 Chaos Emeralds. And basically, Super Sonic was fighting this being at his most powerful, and he was getting obliterated. So, in a bid to stop him getting the Chaos Emeralds from him, he cast them out into space. And then shortly thereafter, it goes back to the world where Chris is from, the child, and it turns out time travels differently in between the two universes, I think, or something like that, or the same amount of time has passed in one as the other, but in the other it's different. But so he's grown up. When he goes into their world, though, he becomes a kid again because he travels through the Master Emerald because it's got a DNA copy of him of when he is a child.
Okay, wait, a DNA copy from when he was a child?
Basically, he touched it or something, and it registered who he was.
Okay.
I think he repaired it. It was weird. Is this
DNA meant to have changed when he was an adult then?
No, but it was the fact it thought he was still a kid, so it built it from that, because he was pretty much...
Oh, okay.
I think it was... there was reasoning behind it, but I can't remember what.
Okay.
But, so they basically... It turns out Tails has built a spaceship.
Of course he has.
In his spare time.
Yeah.
So they go looking for the Chaos Emeralds and trying to stop the Metarex from stealing the planet eggs. And basically, the whole story turns out there's like fake Chaos Emeralds and things, which were they were using to do things to planets that ruin the environment and breed their species on.
Mm-hmm.
And then it followed on from there of they got the real emeralds and things. Then there was a couple of short stories with like the other people.
Okay.
In the team of, I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically the detectives team. So they were involved for a bit, trying to get Cream back because they thought she'd been kidnapped. It then turns into like a final battle where Shadow, bearing in mind actually I think, goes into the world with Sonic and that into the other universe.
Okay.
Because it then involves Shadow and Sonic fighting the Metarex, who have pretty much used the planet eggs as a birthing thing. The special coordinates where a special event happens once every million years.
Is that when a good Sonic game comes out? Oh, zing!
No. I don't think that'll happen for a while.
No.
There were good Sonic games. It's been so long.
Just a distant memory.
It probably is. No, but it came down to the case of they were fighting them, and then they evolved into this being, and basically this alien being they met at the very start of the series that I forgot to mention, was like the female equivalent of this alien race. And I've just accidentally put Kirby to sleep. But so she ends up saving the whole universe, but at the cost of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Eggman builds this machine to send Chris home, but he will be back to his normal self, and he won't be able to get back into their world again. But it basically followed on from that. It was a pretty good series to the 90s. Oh, it also included the first instance of Dark Sonic, I think, in animation, like in the TV show, because there's this situation where his friends are getting hurt by these two powerful Metarex controlled by a more powerful one. And it basically pushes him to the limit of he becomes so angry that he becomes basically Dark Sonic's like Super Sonic, but without the Chaos Emeralds.
Okay.
And then Eggman, who was, I believe, working for the Metarex at that moment in time, says you shouldn't let your emotions get the better of you. We'll end up like a certain other hedgehog, which was referencing Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
But he then goes back to normal and keeps his emotions in check. But that's basically the whole story of that.
Okay. I should let you know that while you've been telling us this, I have just got up to the World 7 boss.
I'm on World 3.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean like the boss of the whole world.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Good luck. Keep going. Don't give up.
Yeah, I'm not. I think we've already established a long time ago you won the speed run.
But yeah, well there we go. I feel like I've learned a lot about Sonic X.
It's worth a watch if you can sort of bear it. It's the best way. It's not bear it, but you have to.
I was going to say, isn't that the same for every single item of media ever? It's alright as long as you can stand it.
Like, it's very sort of 90s kids cartoon.
Yeah.
Sort of situation. Oh, so, there's a lot of that sort of work thrown. And I've died again.
Yeah, me too. Alright, let's go get
we'll have to tot up all these deaths that I've had over this thing.
Mate, but we'll figure something out.
We'll probably end up working in logarithms.
see, I'm playing it smart now, by the way, because I'm up to that boss.
Yeah.
But rather than just fighting it outright, I'm going to go to one of a museum from an earlier level and find a power that's useful.
Yeah. Go for the high jump.
Oh yeah, high jump. That's an idea. That is definitely an idea. Let's go. Let's have that one. That'll do. Maybe.
What did you pick? Was it high jump?
Oh, I'm not telling you. You're gonna have to experiment for yourself.
It's the old men things.
The old what things?
They basically look like old men and they throw stars at you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some of the levels in this world, I'm not sure which one you're up to yet, but they're callbacks to, like, the original Kirby game for the Game Boy and things like that, so... this doesn't do much damage at all, that's completely pointless. Ugh. I mean, it's literally doing no... I brought... Okay, I'll tell you what I brought. I brought laser, and it's taken like 5 hits to get 1 notch. Oh no, okay, that makes sense. The boss's health bar is longer than that actually fits on the health bar, so it wasn't registering any damage for like the first 5 hits, but now it is. And I would really like it if this controller would stop making me fly. Oh, god damn it. Ugh. Well, I'm probably going to lose now.
Yeah, you say that, but I'm only just on the avoid the spikes, destroy the bomb bit.
Oh, you'll get there. Just don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Oh, okay, come on.
Damn it.
No, stop flying, Kirby. I'm not pressing up.
I'm going on to level 5.
Okay. You can do it, you can do it!
And I'm on 1.
Oh, no. Okay, come on, hammer.
Yeah,
hammer,
but, no, I was on about D&D before we started. I've basically been playing a Fallout-based D&D game my friend's picked off a book.
Okay.
He's been reading. I don't know anything about it.
Is it called Wasteland?
Like, my knowledge... No, it's basically a My Little Pony thing, I think he said.
Wait, what? Hang on, it's a Fallout-based My Little Pony D&D... Okay, no!
The
come on.
The book's based off Fallout.
Right.
But it's using My Little Pony, I think.
Right.
I don't entirely know myself.
Ah! I had 1 hit, Luke. I had 1 hit to kill it.
Oh no.
Ah! Okay. Anyway, yes, please tell us about this very confusing Fallout My Little Pony Dungeons and Dragons mashup.
But basically, I'm playing it as though it is just a Fallout style game like Fallout 3, Fallouts. And I've ended up in a situation where there was a insane doctor man who was creating a cure for something that he could only synthesize from certain creatures because they were immune to it, but there was nothing like Radaway or anything for it. It was basically another type of radiation. And so I struck a deal with him and the local towns for them to send him convicts and things that people they didn't like, so he could use them to research the cure.
Okay.
This, however, then led me to capturing bandits. That then led me into having to save the bandits, and for some reason Kirby's flying incredibly slow at this point. Oh, the stars make you fly slow.
Stars? On
certain... I don't know, I'm dead. But, So I basically found out that from these people that I was ordered to kill by the town in order to complete the deal, that they were cannibals.
Okay.
So I liberated the town. I use that term as though you can see my quotation marks.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much went in with the manticores this doctor dude had trained, and I'm dead, and basically kidnapped everyone and gave them to the doctor, apart from the children and the people who didn't support the cannibalism. I then went, bearing in mind before this I'd bought human flesh from them, that they were selling as radigator meat or something, and I needed to get entrance into a place that is basically the world's 10-penny tower, and they said, if you have any food you can give it to us and we'll give you entry, so I gave them the human flesh.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm a terrible person.
Well, as long as you don't do that in real life, I think you're fine. But I've got to ask, I'm really not getting the My Little Pony vibe here.
The base game is actually based off that, but we pretty much ignored that for making it Fallout style.
Oh, okay. Right, I think I get you now.
That's what I think the original book's called, something like Fallout Equestria.
Okay.
That's what he's taking it from, I think. But I've really actually quite enjoyed it.
Well,
oh god, I'm in a cannon. I'm in a cannon. I don't know what I've done.
What? Did you light the fuse?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then it should propel you somewhere.
Oh right, I'm just the fuse is already ignited then. I'm just going through the door.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
I think you've already beaten the boss.
I have beaten the World 7 boss, yes.
I've just done World 5.
Are you getting close then? You know. You'll get there.
Oh god, this is in black and white. Oh, I get this one. This is a reference to the Game Boy.
That's
the Game Boy not having any colour.
Yep, it's basically...
And none of the enemies had power-ups, really, did they?
Yeah, basically you're playing through small versions of every level from that made into one big level. Without the bosses, because that would have been crazy.
Why, was some of the bosses ridiculous?
No, I guess it'd just make the level really long. But, yeah. Oh, come on.
What are you doing now, then? Are you just waiting for me, pretty much?
Not quite. You'll
You started
see.
the game again.
No, you'll see. Oh, come on, what's happening?
See, I have a game for you to play later on... Sorry.
Oh.
What don't you get?
I don't know what happened. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
There's a Sonic game that my friend showed me a while ago, and it's called Sonic XL.
Right.
Basically, it's modded Sonic. You need a special emulator to play it called Kega. If I send you the download stuff for it, do you want to play some after this? See if you can work out what the secret of the rings is.
Probably not after this, but we could certainly play it sometime. Obviously, we've had a bit of a later start today than we normally do. And plus, I mean, I haven't even started editing the last video yet, the last Kirby video. So we've got to move on that. But yeah, definitely.
Oh, of course, so I've not sent it you, have I?
I see. I wasn't gonna say. I wasn't gonna let the viewers know. But yes.
I thought I'd sent it you.
No, not yet. I'm
afraid. I had sent. No, I'm going to check my Dropbox then to find out what the hell I sent.
Okay.
Because I'm massively behind on my end of the editing. I've got Resident Evil to upload because I'm still having trouble with my internet. Actually, I was going to ask you about it after. It works fine for everything else, and I can upload it to other sites like Daily Motion and that. However, if I try to upload it to YouTube, it says it's going to take a minimum of 74 hours.
Right.
And basically kills the internet for everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I said before, the only thing I can think of is that when you're uploading it to other things, it's being the site or the whichever you're using is being a bit fairer and not demanding you to go as fast as you can, and so your internet's just it's doing alright. It's sending it up. But
I've even set it to the same settings as YouTube's one though, and it's still not doing. It's not doing that. I reckon.
What do you mean setting the settings to the same as YouTube?
basically one of them I was looking at had it so it uploaded at the same rate and the same quality as YouTube, and I had a practice attempt at uploading it onto there just to see if it was what you said, and it was only going to take 45 minutes to upload onto there, which is about average.
Hang on, what do you mean? Because there aren't any settings for uploading to YouTube. You just drop your file on and it says, okay, I'm now uploading to YouTube.
I'm dead. It was it was a thing that went on that used the same principle as uploading as YouTube.
What do you mean by the same principle for uploading? I don't quite get what you mean.
Like, it wouldn't be smart, it would push you to the absolute limits of your internet.
Well, I don't know, but
oh god,
it's the only thing I can think of.
Swallow attack.
The only either that or it's your ISP is deliberately sort of limiting like upload speeds to other sites, but not to YouTube. I don't know. But if it's not that, the only thing I can suggest is talk to your ISP again. I know you said you've talked to them before and it's not been very productive, but that's really all you can do. Because there's no setting which will like speed it up for YouTube but slow it down for any other things. Not that I know. Oh, come on. Yes. Dude, you don't know, but things are happening.
What? I'm fighting King Dedede.
Yeah, you're up to the World 7 boss. Good man.
Yeah, I've died once to him.
No, he's tough. He could take a lot of hits. I could tell you my method if you want.
I've got one sort of worked out a bit at the minute.
Yeah? Ooh, good. What are you going for?
Oh god, okay, that nearly ended badly. Yeah, I've died. Basically, it was just avoid him swallow his star thing.
Yeah. Well, I went and got a power.
I've just nearly killed him without a power though, so
yeah,
I might be alright. I'll try again.
Good luck.
Now I know what the attack pattern's for him.
Yeah, speaking of attack patterns, I really need to figure this one out. No, I didn't fly, I jumped. Ah, this pad. Seriously, why do Xbox owners, like, defend their pad? Because it's an awful controller.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's not.
No, especially, but not limited to the D-pad. No, the console's fine, you know, it's alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm a PlayStation guy, but, you know, plays games if you want to play games.
See, I've got both, because I'm sort of impartial to... Because both have good points and both have bad points, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my friend at the minute absolutely is hating his Xbox One, because he's getting so many errors and things with it.
Okay.
Like, he's having trouble with... It's basically... You can press a button to shut down your Xbox off without pressing the power button.
Okay.
And if he tries to do that, it still uses the desktop in the background.
Right. Well, I haven't really used either of the you know, new gen, next gen consoles. I guess it's a bit weird to call them next gen now that they're sort of current gen, but whatever.
Yeah.
So I can't really... I mean, all I know is that pretty much every cross-platform game, the PlayStation 4 version runs either a higher resolution or a higher frame rate or both, except on the rare occasions when they've limited it to avoid people mentioning that the PS4 version runs at a higher resolution or higher frame rate.
See, the one that's actually shocked me the most though was the Wii U with basically the same company that did Bayonetta 2. Apparently, a bloke on there he was a YouTuber. My friend was showing me about it. He used this. He's basically programmed a PS4 to run the game.
Right.
Using the same settings as what the Wii's using, as close as they can get, to try and get it to run the same quality, the same frame rates. And apparently it's really been dropping. It won't do it. It can't cope with it.
Hang on, has Bayonetta 2 been released for the PlayStation 4?
No.
Right. Well, then
basically programmed it onto it.
then the only thing that could mean is that they're running an emulator, and then I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't running at full speed.
No, I don't know, but it was just a thing I'd seen.
Mm.
But apparently it didn't work at all, because I've never actually played any of the Bayonetta games. What are they like?
I've got the first one for the PlayStation 3. I've played it a bit, and I really need to play more because it's a lot of fun. But they're sort of, you know, God of War and those kind of brawler games. Where you know,
Yeah,
sort of you and lots of enemies, and Devil May Cry, that kind of thing, and you've got
Never
lots
actually
of different...
played Devil May Cry.
Okay. But it's you know,
Actually,
it's you and floods of enemies, and you've got lots of different moves and weapons that you get and powers throughout the game, and it's all extremely over the top. And that's Bayonetta. Your main character, she has guns which she uses in her hands, and also her high heels are guns. And she can stop time because she's a bullet witch, if I remember. And also she has a thing about lollipops, and gravity doesn't apply to her. It's all like, there's one sequence where she's just in midair shooting at lots of angels. Okay, shooting at lots of angels, because I guess in this game angels are bad guys. And she's just in midair, like, attacking, you know, just martial arts, fighting them with guns in midair, while jumping from one to the other, while there's a guy on the floor who has got a coffin full of handguns that he just keeps throwing up in the air to her, so that she doesn't have to reload.
Wow.
And that's the opening sequence of the game, and it's all... There's one thing where she sort of stacks about 20 of them in a line, and then knocks them all out with one hit, and then picks them all up and suplexes all 20 of them in a massive tower of destruction.
So basically like Deadpool.
A little bit, yeah. And then the second level, like, has her... Like, she's in a taxi, and then there's a big car crash, so the taxi is, like, flying through the air midway through a collision. I've just won the game, by the way. And so then...
What have you done?
I've won the game.
You 100%ed it.
Well, no, you'll see. You King Dedede.
There's a second.
You'll see. So don't make me spoil it. You play. You do your stuff. But yeah, and then like in the middle of this taxi crash, her like nemesis rival kind of person turns up. So she pauses time and is having a fight on the side of like a crashing tanker truck. In kind of, she has this whole big fight in basically a split second, and then kicks the taxi out of the way and jumps back in it, and then time kind of reasserts itself. It's very silly.
Right. It sounds interesting though.
It is.
King Dedede. What level is high jump on? I want to beat King Dedede using high jump.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I wouldn't... You can try high jump. And I wish you'd look.
Well, I've not only killed him actually without a power up. It's just this controller's a little bit buggy because you're using D-pad, I'm using analog.
Yeah. And I don't think either is ideal for this game.
No, I think you do want a proper D-pad.
Yeah.
Now just imagine playing it with a mouse, keyboard.
Do you know, a keyboard probably would have been easier than the D-pad on the 360. I will go there. I will make that claim.
You'll have to try. You'll have to try it. Yeah. Resident Evil though was fun. Well, we won't say much, but yeah.
It was. Yeah. I hope you can get it uploaded soon. It was a laugh. It was
also,
stuff.
You wanted to read from My Immortal to me.
I did. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's going to be a video, and if it is, I'm not sure if it's for this channel, because this is, you know, a gaming channel. But, you know, we could do something there. I have plans. Oh dear.
Because I would like to see what this My Immortal thing is.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because you don't know what you're in for, and I think that's amazing. So, yeah, it's going to be a challenge. See if you can keep a straight face, but To anyone who's watching this who knows about My Immortal, don't mention anything in the comments. Don't say a thing. You just leave that to me.
You see, I always look for playing a fighting fantasy game at some point.
Okay. Oh yes, like from one of the game books. Yes. Fight Fantasy or Choose Your Own Adventure, or I've actually got a Dungeons and Dragons style interactive story somewhere.
If you can ever find it, that might be fun to do.
Yeah, it was a gift from Kay. Aw, bless her. Yeah. Oh dear. And there we go. For those who have been watching my screen, that was Kirby's Adventure. It says bye bye, but we're not saying bye yet because Luke's still working.
I'm determined to beat King Dedede without a power up because I can't remember where any of them are. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Well. Can I offer some advice? Because obviously, you know, we're 35 minutes in, and you've still got a bit to go. So may I offer some advice?
Yeah.
If you go back to, I think, level 6, world 6, maybe world 5, and find the museum there, and pick up the tornado power, or even just go to an earlier level that's got a tornado and pick it up. That will make the fight. That's how I beat it. It made it pretty trivial. That or Fireball would probably be good as well.
See, I'm technically nearly beaten, maybe? I don't know. How does he inflate himself? I mean, Kirby's extremely elasticated, but how does King Dedede even do it?
Well, King Dedede, do you know what? It's not really explained. I think that maybe he's from the same sort of species as Kirby.
But he's a penguin.
Well, yeah, but we don't know what Kirby looks like when he grows up. Maybe he's
highly doubt
wearing
it's
a
gonna be a
penguin
penguin.
match. But is he really a penguin? Can penguins turn into blimps?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, evolution has to teach us a lot.
Oh dear. If you excuse me, Luke, I am going to leave you to talk on your own for a bit because I need to quickly go and blow my nose so I don't just keep snuffling all over the thing. So, 3, 2, 1,
I'm trying to work out how to get to the museum. Hello, I'm on my own now. I've found the museum. I'm going to take Tornado, yay. Yes, so, damn it, I destroyed Tornado. This is a cycle that always happens. Woo! Got Tornado. Yeah, so I'm going to defeat King Dedede using Tornado, but I'm going to tell Adrian it's actually high jump. Hello. You heard none of that, did you?
No, I didn't. I heard something, high jump.
I'm going to beat the boss using high jump.
Good luck. If you can, that'll be good. That'll be fair.
I beat the sun and the moon with it.
Fair enough. Must admit,
they were the worst. They were the worst. That's been our longest ever video. Just watching me fight a boss repeatedly.
This might be worse. This might be worse. I hope not, but oh Luke, you don't know. You don't know. You're gonna know.
I don't plan for it to be worse. Is the term I'm going to use probably here? Because I genuinely, I'm not going to be like fighting the boss for hours on end as such. It's more going to be like it's just taking me time to get here.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like
Have you got any interesting stories, or is there?
Not interesting stories as such. No. What I will say, you know, because earlier on I was saying there's 2 reasons why I think Kirby's Adventure is so great. And we said one of them was sort of the variety of content. You know, how many powers there are and all the mini games and all that kind of stuff.
I've eaten. Oh, there's another level. Oh, I've got the one. What the hell is going on?
You've got the Star Rod, the most powerful object in all of Kirbydom.
Yeah. Blob Manatee. Why? What? There's a ball. The ball flew away.
Yes, that was the darkness that was in the dream fountain.
And now I have to fight the darkness.
Yes. See, that darkness was corrupting King Dedede. King Dedede.
Oh god, I've only just taken off one bit of health off it. Can this darkness actually hurt you?
Yes.
Yes, it can.
Absolutely. No, you see, you thought it was all done. Now you've got like a scrolling shooter segment. It's all a bit different.
It is very different, actually. Why does the darkness look so good, though, in this game? It actually looks pretty friendly. I mean, it just shoots stars at you and it lights up.
No, this game's teaching you. Well, just because things look nice doesn't mean they are nice. You see,
One moment.
Okay.
I'm back, and sorry, I've got dinner soon.
Right, well, you best hurry up then.
I know, I'm trying. I've only died once. No, but as you were saying.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, this teaches children, look, just because things are cute and nice doesn't mean they're actually dangerous. And that's an important lesson for kids to learn, I think. You know, there's a lot of things out there that can be alluring but be bad for you, and this teaches you to be wary.
Trucks that say free candy on.
Exactly. I was skirting around that. I was trying not to be quite so, but yeah, that's pretty much the kind of stuff I was alluding to.
I've been hanging around with Callum. You're gonna get it from Callum.
I'm going to get it from Callum.
No, not in that sense. No.
What? Not in what sense, Luke?
Never mind. Never mind. But what I mean is, like, when you hang around with Callum, like, he's not done much. He gets very angry. He swears a lot. He's quite dark-humoured.
Okay.
He's the perfect person to play Cards Against Humanity with.
Right.
He's one of them sorts of people.
Oh, he's one of them sort of people. I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear that, Luke.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah, anyway, the second thing about this game that is so good is the way it controls. I know we've been complaining about, you know, with the, you know, these controllers making us fly when we don't want to and things like that, but the game itself, it's very responsive. Kirby is very versatile. He's got a lot of actions and a lot of ways of dealing with situations. And this game feels like it was polished to a shine. A lot of NES games didn't have that, you know, like you alluded to earlier, Castlevania. That's quite clunky in how you move around and how you jump, and a lot of NES games were that way. The way characters moved didn't feel good. This game feels good to play. What do you reckon?
I don't think the shooter bit's a little bit unresponsive at times.
It is.
The game as a whole does work incredibly well.
Yeah. I mean, bearing in mind Sorry, go on.
I've got 2 minutes to defeat the darkness as well.
Do it.
I believe in a thing called love.
Oh gosh. But yeah, when you consider this game was made, I'm not even sure when exactly, but I'm guessing we're talking about 25 years ago. You know, this is a quarter of a century old.
It's almost as old as you.
Almost, and possibly older than you, Luke.
It is older than me, I reckon.
Yeah. And that's
well, actually, there was a thing I was thinking about the other day. It's scary to think I can now vote. It is quite scary when you first hang on, I can vote now. I can affect society-ish.
I like that.
I need to be responsible adults.
Yep. Oh, there we go. It's 25 years old in March, this game. Wait, was I reading that right? Hold on a second. No, what am I saying? 22 years old in March.
Right. So it is older than me by 4 years.
Yeah. So
When did you say you had an aunt or something who had an NES?
That's right.
Growing
Yes.
up.
Yep, and she still does. We brought the NES out like a couple of years back for a session of random games. So it's still there, still works. We take care of our stuff in our family.
See, I'm trying to fix my Sega I got for £1.
Okay.
But the bloke who I bought it off threw in a game that wasn't for it. That he basically knew that game works. It was Double Dragon,
Okay.
and I sold the game for £3.
Fair enough. Which Sega is it? Was it a Mega Drive or a Master System?
Mega Drive 2.
Yeah.
I mean, my GameCube was the best buy ever. I spent £1 on the actual GameCube itself.
Mhm.
I mean, when the most expensive thing you buy for it is a game, you've got yourself a bargain.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like one of the £60 games. This was Pokemon Colosseum,
Yeah.
which is about £15. Oh
Fair
god,
enough.
this boss is actually pretty.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose focus for a moment, it gets weird.
Yep. This is a toughie. Don't say I didn't warn you.
You kind of didn't really though.
Hey, don't say that. But no, it needed to be a surprise. I didn't want to let you know that the end wasn't the end. Oh dear, what are you going to do, Luke? Because are you running low on time?
No, I've got time.
Okay.
I will stay here and I will beat this boss.
But the thing is, because if you need to go, because I think this might take you a bit longer than you realise, we can always cut it now. You know, we can say, you know, this is a thing. And then later on, you know, we can come back to this and do the grand finale. Luke versus the Dark Orb.
I was going to say, if you said the darkness, I was going to do I believe in a thing called love again. No, but probably in the time it takes me to beat the Dark Orb, you could probably beat the game again. It's the worst thing from the track record I've had with boss. The only boss I've actually defeated, I think, on second attempt was the Meta Knight boss.
You did do that very quick. There was at least one more that you did that way. I think you beat the drill enemy quite quickly.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
I spent 2 minutes wondering how to get to the first boss, I remember.
But no, yeah, I remember that. But no, you have definitely picked up your game as this has gone along. I think you've gotten used to it, and you've done well. But this, you're in a different league now, man. This last section, dude.
The sun and the moon were the worst boss ever, though.
They're not too bad once you know what to do. But yeah.
Arg. I got it down to half health.
Mm-hmm.
And then I died.
Yeah, how did you die?
It attacked me. Funny enough. I've learned how to give the sort of answers you give.
Well, the reason I ask is that there is another way to lose that battle. And that was how I kept losing it. I lost it about 3 or 4 times, but I don't think I lost health. Apart from maybe the first time where I probably let myself get killed because I only had 1 health. But yeah.
Well, if it gets to the end of this area, I take it wins.
Pretty much, yeah. What's happening is you'll notice that as you go along,
it gets lighter and lighter.
Yeah, and you're going down. Right?
Yeah.
And when you get to the bottom, the
Yeah.
game doesn't like just stop. It doesn't say no, it's fine. I'm just gonna keep going. No, it keeps scrolling and scrolling, and there is a ground down there.
Yeah.
Yep, and you can't get past it, and it keeps coming. And what happens in computer games when there's a wall that just keeps coming along and squashes you against the side?
you get crushed and killed.
That is correct, Luke. Full marks.
I'm trying to think. I was playing one game I really wanted to play actually since it's come out was and you will have heard of it, is the Sly Raccoon game, Sly 4 Thief in Time, because you own a PS3. I really actually want a PS3 to play that game. Because I grew up sort of with the Sly games. I remember buying Sly 3 brand new off Donington Market from a trader there. And I remember buying it, and so when I found out Sly 4 was coming out, I was like, oh my god, I want it, and then I forgot I didn't own a PS4. It was also the same with The Last of Us, not PS4, PS3 when that was on there. Also, there was a game a YouTuber mentioned recently that basically the developers, if you moaned about the game, they were giving people a 3 IP and then banning them.
Okay.
They were basically being really arsey and, well, a bit knobs to be honest, and then they were also like saying our game's good when it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It was genuinely just that bad.
Yeah.
You couldn't even buy, like the YouTuber was saying, because of the way they've been, not just because it's not that it's a bad game and you want to take a look at it, it's because of the way they've actually been about people who reviewed it, and anyone who said anything bad about it they've reported for content ID and all sorts of stuff. And he said, don't even buy it to look at it, just don't fund them, we should make them not exist.
Yeah.
I can't think what it was though.
No, but that happens a lot, especially in sort of with smaller PC developers, and especially sort of indie PC developers. They make a game, it's not too good, and they are so desperate for a return on their investment on the dev time and money spent that they resort to incredibly shady methods, despite rather than just going back to the game and
improving the
finishing
game.
it. Yeah. So there've been quite a few stories like that over the past few years. Total Biscuit has a lot to say on that subject. So
Total Biscuit covered it, I think. This game, it's like a zombie game. Oh god, I see what you mean about the ground, and I've nearly killed it. No.
Sorry, dude. You can't do anything.
I think we're gonna have to call it, and I'm gonna have to come back and do it.
Yep. But next time, it's Luke versus the final boss. And Luke, are you gonna do it?
Maybe.
Excellent. I like your conviction.
I'm just fighting it now just by spamming stars at it. You see, this is meant to be the ultimate weapon, and it's almost ineffective at him. It does less damage than the tornado.
Well, that's because he's also the ultimate evil, you see.
I thought King Dedede was the ultimate evil.
No, King Dedede was corrupted by that, but King Dedede was trying to help. You see, he was trying to protect the Star Rod from destroying everything and making it all worse. And then you came along and released the big evil.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
So Kirby is actually the bad guy.
Yes, unintentionally. You're trying to be the hero, but you have accidentally made things much, much worse.
What if you defeat the Great Darkness?
Well, we'll have to find out next time.
I mean, you can't destroy darkness because it's like it's a balancing. It's like you can't have dark without light.
Yes, you can.
How?
You just... Well, hang on, wait, what are you saying? No, you can have dark without light, and in fact, that's what darkness is. It's when there isn't light.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. I was thinking of shadows for some reason. Because they're dark.
That is very true. Oh, dear. Anyway, yes, this is your last attempt, Luke. How are you doing?
Yeah, I died. Anyway, we'll go. See you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye!